Hi guys, magandang araw sa ating lahat. Chef John ulit. Ito na yung second day of training natin sa cookery. Guys, pakagandang araw ngayon kasi ito na yung second day. So ibig sabihin, naka-move on na tayo sa first day na medyo may pinagdaanan tayo about sa signal natin. So ngayon po, medyo nakabawi na po tayo sa signal, mas maganda na. And hopefully, hanggang sa duration of our training na magagawa pa natin ng tuloy-tuloy na online class. Okay? Tapos na po tayo sa introduction kahapon hanggang sa core competencies natin. So dito naman po tayo sa cleanliness, sa cleaning. Paano tayo maglinis sa ating working station, paano natin maintain ang ating sanitation level at saka yung hygiene level natin. So, cleanliness is next to godliness. It is essential that a chef at any designation maintains proper levels of sanitation and hygiene. This includes both personal hygiene and sanitation of workspace. So, meaning po guys, kailangan nating i-maintain ang level of sanitation and personal hygiene natin para maiwasan natin yung pagkalat ng bakterya, especially sa mga bakterya na hindi natin nakikita. Bilang isang kusinero guys, responsibilidad po natin talaga yung paglilinis sa station natin o sa working place natin o sa working table natin kung saan man tayo na-assign. Kailangan po natin iyang i-maintain para po maiwasan ang pagkalat ng bakterya. Kaya nga meron tayong sinasabing clean as you go kasi po bago tayo umalis sa ating stasyon, kailangan malinis na po. Okay ba tayo dyan? Hello? Food and food handlers are the quickest and the easiest means of spreading food-borne illnesses. This could take epidemic proportion if left or unchecked. So, meaning, ako po, o ikaw, o isang kusinero, ang tawag po sa atin is food handlers. Food po, yun yung kinakain. And the food handlers is tayo yun. So, meaning, tayo yung pinakamabilis na kapitan ng bakterya. At tayo din ang pinakamabilis na magkalat ng bakterya. Kasi tayo ang may hawak ng pagkain eh. Posible din tayo ang magdala ng foodborne illness. Kaya dapat po guys, i-maintain na din natin. Kaya sinasabi nga dito hygiene, personal hygiene and sanitation. So meaning, sa hygiene mo rin, kailangan mong i-maintain yan. Kasi food handler ka. Delikado sa'yo, delikado sa katrabaho mo po. A food handler with common cold or flu is capable of passing it on to his coworker and even the guest. So, sinasabi ko na kanina, hindi ko pa nabasa, pero nakita ko na pala, ibig sabihin ay, tayo mga food handler, kung mayroon tayong mga sakit na dala, delikado din pala natin mapasa sa katrabaho at sa mga customer natin. So, kaya dapat, kung mayroon po tayong mga sakit na naramdaman, iwasan natin pumasok muna sa trabaho kasi napakadelikado makahawa. Okay? Washing. Okay, dito tayo sa washing. Wash your hands often when you cook to prevent the spreading of bacteria. Your hands can spread germs in the kitchen. Kita nyo? Yung kamay nyo, pwede pala makapagkalat ng bacteria. So, dapat ating ingatan yan, guys. So, wash your hands often to prevent contamination. Hand washing is especially important during in kitchen, which is germs can spread. Alright. So, wash hands. Kailangan natin yan kasi po, hawak ka ng hilaw na pagkain, then magsiserve ka na ng luto na pagkain doon sa waiter. So, ang mangyayari po is, yun na po yung transfer of bacteria na tinawag natin cross-contamination. So, napakadelikado po yan. Kasi hilaw, kumawak ka ng hilaw din, binigay mo sa waiter yung ready to eat food na hindi ka naghugas ng kamay, napakalaking delikadong mangyayari. So, wet your hands with clean running water or warm. Turn off the tap and apply soap. Wash hands at least 20 seconds. Kita nyo na yan. Kailangan talaga natin i-apply yung standard ng paghugas ng kamay. At least 20 seconds. Kadalasan sa atin, hindi tayo sumunod yan eh. Pero dapat natin sundin. And use proper towel or dryer to dry your hand quickly. Marami tayong pwedeng gamitan, yung mga malinis na towel o kaya yung hand dryer. Okay? Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa 3 bucket system. Meron pa tayong 3 balde dyan. So, nakikita nyo. So, 3 bucket system, guys. Yun po yung kailangan natin i-apply. Makikita nyo, may balding pula, may balding puti, at saka may gray. So, yun po yung kulay ng balde na dapat gamitin. So, yung pula, sa sabon yun. Yung gray naman is for the rinsing and then sanitizing naman tong puti. Depende din sa kumpanya kung ano ang gusto nila. Nasa kumpanya yan. Nandito na tayo. Sa 3 bucket system natin, meron tayo ditong wash, rinse, and sanitize. So, wash po guys is a process of cleaning that use a common chemical like soap with warm water. Simpleng ano lang yung wash. So, kahit sino alam na yun kung paano. Pero yung paglilinis mo po, sa paggamit mo po ng sabon, kailangan ka rin gumamit ng PPE doon. Okay? Then rinse. Rinse is a way of cleaning used with warm water to remove all chemical you use during washing time. Washing time. So, kailangan mo din siyang gamitan ng maligamgam o mainit na tubig para tanggalin yung sabon o yung chemical during sa paglilinis mo. And sanitize. Sanitize is a way of proper cleaning after rinse the surface to eliminate of bacteria. And basically use a chlorine or chemical and testing strips to know the amount of chlorine or chemical, at least 200 ppm or part per million, 200 part per million. So, dapat nasa right ppm din kasi hindi rin pwedeng susobra, napakadelikado. Pero kung minsan may outbreak po, kailangan umabot ng 500 ppm. Kung may outbreak. Yung outbreak na sinasabi ko, yun yung may mga diarrhea, may nagsusuka, delikado yan. So, kailangan talaga ng mataas na ppm. 200. Yan talaga ang tama. Okay? Thank you. So, sunod naman tayo. Ito yung the right way to wash your hands. So, yan po yung picture ng the right way to wash your hands. So, panoorin niyo po yan. So, i-apply din niyo po during sa paghugas ng inyong mga kamay. Cross-contamination is a transfer of harmful bacteria from raw foods to ready-to-eat foods that can bring sicknesses like vomiting, headache, nausea, diarrhea, and poisoning, and etc. Contaminated food can dire consequences for a person who eats it and for the business who sold it. Pwede ma-poison yung taong nakakain o kaya yung business mo o yung may-ari ay masisira din yung kung andon ay tinatawag nating dangal. Yung reputation niya masisira. So food handlers must be trained to handle food safely, practice and good personal hygiene, prevent cross-contamination to protect customers and their employers from the consequences of foodborne illness, allergic reaction to food or injuries from contaminated food. Alright? So tayo mga food handlers, kailangan nating may training. Kaya itong Cookery, napakagandang training na napili ninyo to at nakuha ninyo. Hindi po pwede na It's not possible na pupunta ka lang sa trabaho, then pagdating mo doon sa trabaho, alam mo na lahat ang gagawin mo. Ay kailangan talaga may training para malalaman mo kung ano yung proseso at ano po yung standard saka yung mga practices. Kaya dapat mag-training. Tulad ng kokiri. So, dito sa kokiri pa lang, malalaman nyo na may bawal pala itong ganitong ginagawa. Bawal pala itong ganyan ginawa. Marami kayong matutunan sa kokiri. Lalo na sa kokiri. Kasi food handler tayo eh. Now, we have three types of contamination. Una, biological contamination is when bacteria or the other harmful organisms contaminate food. It's a common cause of food poisoning and food spoilage. Yung biological po, yun po yung harmful microorganism na contaminate sa pagkain. Food poisoning can happen when disease causing bacteria or other germs. It's called pathogens. O, di ba? Pathogens. Yun yung bacteria na galing po sa halaman at sa mga animals. Napakadelikado din yan. Spread to food and were consumed. Bacteria are small microorganisms that split and multiply very quickly. Ang bacteria is gagmay lang. Microorganism, siyempre, di mo na makita eh. Pero napaka-deadly. Isipin mo yung pathogens yung galing sa yun eh. Hayop eh. Saka mga napaka-delikado po yan, guys. Tsaka mabilis din siyang magdami. Sa maikling panahon lamang, dumadami na siya. In conditions ideal for bacterial growth. One single cell bacteria can become 2 million in just 7 hours. One cell bacteria can become 2 million in just 7 hours. Sibin mo yan? Isa lang siya, kasimilya ng bakterya. Pagdating ng 7 oras, pwedeng magiging 1 milyon ang dami. So kung paano kumakain ng isang tao, dido yun. Patay yun. So yan po, yung part ng contamination natin. So biological contamination. Certain types of bacteria also produce bacterial toxin in the process of multiplying and producing waste. Bacterial toxin can be very dangerous. In fact, botulinum, the bacterial toxin that causes botulism, is the most potential natural poison known. Napakadelikado. Certain foods are more vulnerable to biological contamination than others because they provide everything bacteria need to survive and multiply. Food, water, acidity, these are called high-risk foods. When high-risk foods are left in the temperature danger zone, 5 degrees to 60 degrees Fahrenheit for too long, food handlers provide the other condition bacteria need to grow, time, and the right temperature. Chemical contamination occurs when chemicals get into food. Common sources of chemical contamination in a commercial kitchen include kitchen cleaning agent. Yun po yung mga chemical na kadalasan natin ginagamit. So, napakadelikado po yan. So, dapat separated din po siya sa pagkain. Never keep food stored in the same place as your cleaning chemicals, and always use cleaning product designed especially for kitchen use. Huwag mong ihalo-halo yung mga ingredients mo doon, tapos yung chemical, hindi pwede. Dapat segregated siya para paiwasan yung contamination. Napakadelikado talaga yung contamination na yan. Unwashed fruits and vegetables. So, yan po, may mga pesticides and fungicides on fruits and vegetables can be harmed if ingested. Alright? Kita nyo yan? Chemical din yan. Pesticides and fungicides. Yan po yung ginagamit pang spray ng mga vegetables. O kaya sa mga prutas. So, it's important to properly wash all fruits and vegetables before preparing them. Okay? Food containers made from non-safe plastics. Ayan, isa din yan. Single-use items like plastic containers are not designed to be reused again and again. Always store food in container that are especially designed for reuse. So, kailangan nating itama yung pag-recycle ng mga plastic. Hindi po yung pwedeng yung mga ibang plastic kasi hindi na pwedeng i-recycle pero ginagamit pa. May mga plastic na in-recycle pero yung dapat lang. Pest control products. So, isa din yan. Pest control products are extremely hazardous. So, kakamatay. Always store these products away from food items and never use those products in areas where food is being prepared. Para siyang parehas lang din siya sa cleaning agent. Pero, pest control po ito, hindi po pwede itong isabay sa kitchen agent. Kitchen agent po. Pero yung scenario is the same. So, separate din po natin yan. Copy. And then, meron din po tayong kitchen equipment. Kitchen equipment with moving parts, such as slicers, mixers, may need regular oiling. Okay, yung paglilinis natin, minsan yung machine, hindi na gumagana, so kailangan natin ng regular oiling. Na dapat always use food safe oil to prevent chemical residues from contaminating food. So, meron din tayong physical contamination. Physical contamination happens when objects enter to the food. Common sources of physical contamination include, una, hair. Always wear hairnet tied back and wear a hairnet if possible in play. So, always wear hairnet. Kasi po, hindi po pwedeng, hindi ka nasa kusina, hindi ka mag-hairnet, mahuhulog yung buhok mo, napakadelikado. Yun po yung part of physical contamination. Glass or metal, crack or broken crockery, utensils should be thrown away. So, kung meron mga sira dyan ng mga metal o mga pan, itatapon nyo yan. Kasi kung nahalo pa sa pagkain, delikado din yun po. Then, jewelry. Jewelry. It is not recommended to wear jewelry when handling food. In some regions, it may be restricted by local laws or regulation. Yung mga jewelry guys, bawal din yan. Tandaan nyo, bawal na bawal yung jewelries. Pagdating sa kusina, dapat bago ka pumasok sa kusina, hugas ka ng kamay, din tanggalin mo yung burluloy mo. And dirt. Dirt is so small. It is easy not to notice it. Dirt often gets into food via unwashed food and vegetables. Ayan. Delikado din yung mga dirt kasi para siyang alikabok, hindi mo nakikita, pero pwede mo palang makakain. Nasa kamay, minsan nasa kamay mo rin yan, kung hindi ka nanghuhugas ng kamay. Kaya pumapasok sa mga kuko, hindi mo nakikita. So, dapat mag-ingat. Fingernails. Ayan. Always keep short your fingernails and clean to prevent contamination. Dapat nalinis at wala kang mahabang kuko. Avoid wearing fake nails as this can easily fall off and contaminate to food. Oh, kita niyo yan? Guys, yung mga fake ba? Dapat din nyo dapat ginagamit yan. Sinasisira din yung mga ganyan, then pwedeng mahulog sa pagkain. So, yun na po. Ngayong araw, ito yung second day natin. So, hopefully, naintindihan nyo po. pagpasensyahan nyo na minsan nabubulol na po ang trainer nyo, pero sa totoo lang po, talagang sinisikap kong mapaliwanag sa inyo ng mabuti yung mga sinasabi ko. Sana maintindihan nyo po ako. Maraming salamat. And see you tomorrow again para sa third day natin. Salamat guys.